Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be checking out the TowSmart Hitch Ball set. So what this kit is going to allow you to do is very quickly and easily change the size of your ball here. That way you can hook up to all different types of trailers, and it's getting real popular nowadays. You know, people have multiple different types of trailers that all require different balls. Well, as opposed to having multiple different ball mounts and having to constantly change out the whole thing, this is going to be a quick way. You're just going to have to change the ball itself. And this kit's going to come with the 3 common sizes. So we have the 1 7/8" here. We have the 2" one here, and the 2 5/16. So as I said, 3 super common sizes, and with this one kit, you can kind of cover all of your bases. So the way that this kit is going to work, whenever you're ready to put a ball on or change a size, remove it, whatever the case may be, it's going to be super easy. So you're going to take the size that you need. There's going to be a slider pin in there, and whenever it's not actually on your ball mount here, the pins come out pretty easy. They don't fall out, but they open up. You're going to take that, line it up with the hole there, and then just push it in. And once you push it in, it's pretty difficult, you know, for that pin to come back out. So you're not going to have to worry about it, you know, rattling out or anything like that. That's really all there is to it, you know. I did find, you know, as I said, it's kind of hard to remove using your finger. But a quick thing that you can do, instead of keeping an extra tool on you or something like that, whenever you're not hooked up to your trailer, what I do with these is I just pull out my pen and clip from that and use that to push it out. That way you have everything right there where you need it, and you can change your ball size or do whatever you need to do. So I figured we'd come out to the lot here and see how our kit works and actually put it to use. So I backed up to a John boat here. Let's say maybe we're going to go out and do a little cruising, a little fishing, something like that. And this has a 2" coupler. So I grabbed our 2" ball, go ahead and pop that on. And then everything will just hook up like it normally would. So no difference there. We can get everything lined up and drop down onto the ball. So let's say we wrapped up our fishing trip or done with our utility trailer or anything else that uses that 2" ball. And now let's say we're going to hit some whitewater, do some kayaking with the friends. A lot of times these smaller trailers will have that smaller 1 7/8" ball. So all we're going to have to do, pull our 2" one off, grab our 1 7/8", pop that in, and hook up our trailer. So it makes it super convenient, you know. It's really not much to it and allows you to hook up to pretty much anything you want. And last but not least, let's say maybe you get back from your kayak trip, said, man, that was a really cool place. I wouldn't mind spending a whole weekend there. I want to camp there. All you're going to have to do, change that ball out. You know, pull your small one off, go ahead and grab your 2 5/16. This is the larger one. A lot of times these are used for these larger trailers, like campers and things like that. And that's all there is to it. Hook up and you're ready to go. So now that we kind of seen some different scenarios where our ball kit would come in handy, I figured it'd be useful to kind of just touch base on some of the basics. So the shank here, where it actually mounts to your ball mount, is going to be 1" in diameter. Pretty common size, but something to pay attention to. You're going to want to use it with a ball mount or a drawbar that is designed to work with those 1" shanks. The kit doesn't come included with a drawbar, so if you don't have one already, you will need to pick one up separately. Good news is here at eTrailer, we offer a ton of these, so you should definitely be able to find one that suits your needs. Whether you need one that has a rise or a drop, you'll be able to find the one that will work best for your situation. Something to pay attention to as well is that each size ball is going to have a different weight capacity. So I have the 1 7/8" one here. That's going to be good for 3,500 pounds. if I grab the 2-inch one, that's going to be good for 6,000 pounds. And if I grab the larger 2 5/16, that's going to be good for 8,000 pounds. So regardless on what you're towing and what ball you're using, definitely something you want to check and make sure you don't exceed that weight rating. So there is one thing, I'm not going to lie, when I first heard of this kit, I kind of had some reservations. I thought, you know, I didn't really know how I felt about having kind of a 2-piece ball mount. You know, this is where a lot of support goes on, you know, where you hook your trailer to, so there's a lot of tension and stuff there. And I thought, well, having 2 different pieces, yeah, I don't know how crazy I am about that. One solid piece, kind of tried and true. But once I started kind of checking this kit out, those concerns were kind of laid to rest. You know, the shank and the ball itself are super heavy duty. This is really thick material here, so I don't really see this ever getting compromised. And since there's kind of a hex shape there in the ball, it's nice and deep, that goes over the shank, you know, it essentially turns it into one piece. You know, there's still 2 separate pieces, but that hex shape is going to prevent any rotation there. And even with the pin out, I feel like you could pull on this thing all day long and it's not going anywhere. That pin kind of just reassures me when you push that through there that it isn't at all going to move front to back and up and down. You know, sometimes you get in kind of a weird spot, a weird angle, maybe you're backing a trailer up, something like that, and that pin is going to prevent that ball from kind of coming off of the shank here and stay in the coupler. So, like I said, once I started messing with this, I would personally feel confident using it by any means. I wouldn't feel like this is any weaker or stronger than just your standard old ball mount. One thing I do like, I think it was a nice touch, is the fact that this pin here does not come out whenever you pull it. So it comes out enough to where you can put the ball on, but it doesn't fall out. So even if I try to forcibly separate the two, it's not coming out. So that's a nice touch. I feel like one of these pins, if you did lose one, would be kind of tricky to source and replace. But I don't think that's something you're going to have to worry about. This thing's nice and tight in here. It's not just going to fall out on you. One thing I did notice when we're doing this today, I've actually misplaced one of the balls already. So I feel like if you're changing these out a lot, it could be easy to kind of set one down, put the other one on, forget about it, and there you have it. So I think it would be nice to have a storage bag to put these in. That way you can have a dedicated place for them. They're all together and you're not going to lose them. So what came to my mind is the etrailer.com ball mount storage bag. I think that would work perfect. I think if I was using a kit like this, it'd be something I'd pick up. That way you can keep everything together, and it's even big enough to where you could put your ball mount itself in there. So if you wanted to take it out of your vehicle just to clean up the look, weren't planning on using it for a while, you could have everything in one spot and keep it all together. So at the end of the day, a really nice little kit. You know, I think it's safe to say that everyone likes to have one tool that can tackle multiple jobs and make your life a little bit easier. And that'll finish up our look at of the TowSmart Hitch Ball set.